You are tuned into the 5-Minute Signal. I am Vance Kross. This is not a broadcast. This is a frequency. A direct transmission from the bleeding edge of tomorrow, delivered to you today. We cut through the noise, the narratives, and the manufactured hope to bring you the unvarnished truth. 5 minutes on the clock. Let's get to work. The Wire is humming this morning with a technical acronym that is about to dismantle a trillion-dollar narrative. It's called Braid. Bounded reasoning for autonomous inference and decisions. While the masses were distracted by the latest glossy chatbot updates from the Silicon Valley giants, a seismic shift occurred in the architecture of intelligence. A coalition of labs just proved that the bigger is better era of AI is officially over. For 3 years, we were told that to have real reasoning power, you needed a model with 1 trillion parameters and a power bill that could run a small nation. Today, the data hit the wire showing that localized compact models using the Braid framework are hitting 99% reasoning accuracy, not in a server farm, but on local hardware. This matters because the bottleneck of human progress for the last decade has been the cloud leash. You were told that intelligence was a utility you had to rent from a handful of gatekeepers. You traded your data, your privacy, and your autonomy for a subscription to a synthetic mind you didn't own and couldn't control. But the Braid breakthrough represents a massive jailbreak of logic itself. When a model that fits on a localized device can outperform a frontier model at 1/74th of the cost, the centralized monopoly of big tech doesn't just crack, it shatters. We are moving from the era of big AI to the era of deep intelligence, where the power is measured by the efficiency of the logic, not the size of the data center. The hard truth is that the tech giants knew this day was coming, and they've spent years trying to convince you that local meant lesser. They wanted you dependent on their infrastructure because dependency is the ultimate business model. The anti-hope here is for the corporate middle managers and the centralized platforms that thought they could gatekeep the future of thought. Their moat just dried up. However, the reality for you is equally cold. The excuse of being priced out of high-level AI is gone. In this new landscape, the only thing separating a titan from a foot soldier is the ability to actually use the logic. If everyone has a nuclear-grade reasoning engine in their pocket, the human edge is no longer about who has the most compute. It's about who has the most courage to act on the output. To weaponize this shift and maintain your edge, you need to move now. 1. Execute a cloud decoupling of your core logic. Stop feeding your most sensitive strategic questions into the centralized frontier models. The Braid framework proves you don't need them for high-level reasoning. Migrate your proprietary workflows to localized bounded models that run on hardware you physically touch. If you don't own the silicon the thought is running on, you don't own the thought. 2. Audit your compute-to-value ratio. The era of throwing massive, expensive prompts at simple problems is a sign of a legacy mindset. Rebuild your processes to favor efficiency over scale. Use the 74 times performance boost to run more simulations, deeper audits, and faster iterations than your competition, who are still waiting for a server in a remote bunker to give them permission to think. 3. Reclaim your privacy perimeter. Now that high-level intelligence no longer requires a data harvesting connection to a central hive, there is zero excuse for your data to be in the cloud. Purge your sensitive archives from third-party servers and bring your synthetic brain behind your own firewall. In 2026, the most powerful people aren't the ones with the most data. They are the ones whose data is total mystery to the machine. The monopoly on logic has been broken. The cage door is open, but most people are too comfortable in the dark to walk out. I'm Vance Kross. This has been the 5-Minute Signal. Stay sharp.